Welcome to our channel. Please like and subscribe. What if everything you see, everything you touch, everything around you is not actually solid? It only feels that way because beneath the surface, reality is very different. In fact, the world around you is made of something so small, so strange, that once you understand it, you will never see reality the same way again. These are atoms. And in the next few minutes, you're going to understand them in the simplest way possible, but in a way that completely changes your perspective. Let's begin. First, what is an atom? An atom is the basic building block of everything. Everything you see, your phone, the air, your body, is made of atoms. If something has mass and takes up space, it is made of atoms. Now here's where it gets interesting. Atoms are incredibly small, so small that you cannot see them, even with powerful microscopes. To give you perspective, there are more atoms in a single drop of water than there are stars in the observable universe. That's how small they are. Now let's go deeper. What is inside an atom? Every atom has three main parts: protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons and neutrons sit in the center, in something called the nucleus. Electrons move around that nucleus at extremely high speeds. But here's the part that changes everything. Most of an atom is empty space. That means everything you think is solid is mostly nothing. The reason things feel solid is because of how atoms interact, not because they are packed tightly together. Now, think about that. Your hand, a table, a wall are all made of atoms that are mostly empty space. It only feels solid because of forces between those atoms. Now, let's talk about how atoms form everything. Atoms combine in different ways to create everything around you. For example, hydrogen and oxygen combine to form water. Change the combination and you get something completely different. This is how all matter is built. Different combinations, different structures, same basic building blocks. Now let's talk about states of matter. Atoms behave differently, depending on how they are arranged. In solids, atoms are tightly organized. They vibrate, but stay in place. That's why solids keep their shape. In liquids, atoms are close, but can move around each other. That's why liquids flow. In gases, atoms are far apart, moving freely. That's why gases expand and fill space. Same atoms, different behavior. Now, here's something even more surprising. Atoms are not just tiny solid particles. At deeper levels, they behave in strange ways. They don't always act like solid objects. They can act like waves or probabilities, which means at the smallest level, reality is not as fixed as it seems. Now take a moment. Everything around you is made of these tiny structures, organized in complex ways. Your body is made of trillions of atoms working together. And here's something incredible. The atoms in your body were not created with you. They existed long before. Some were formed in stars billions of years ago, which means you are literally made of stardust. Now think about that. You are not separate from the universe. You are part of it. At the most basic level, everything is connected. Now, let's simplify everything. Atoms are the building blocks of matter. They are made of smaller particles. They are mostly empty space. And they combine in different ways to form everything you see. Now here's the shift. What feels solid is not truly solid. What feels separate is deeply connected. And what seems simple is incredibly complex. Now take one final look around you. Everything you see, every object, every surface is built from these invisible structures. And once you understand that, you don't just see objects anymore. You see patterns, you see structure, you see the hidden reality beneath everything. And that changes how you see the world completely. That was excellent. Please like and subscribe for daily lessons. See you next time.